I'm back. And I know, these videos I be making are probably redundant of me just walking dogs. I'm not even like telling no stories and shit. It's a story I've been itching to tell, man, about one of my homeboys that he got killed out at the bar one night and how it all unfolded. And, but I don't know. It's kind of old, you know what I mean? So, we in the bar one night, and I used to hang out at this bar that, it was kind of like Cheers, man. You had to be from that bar, you know what I mean, to really be allowed in there, you know what I mean? If you didn't hang out at that bar on the regular, you was considered an outsider. Actually, my first time up there, we got into it with somebody and we ended up fighting the whole damn bar because that's how it was. You know what I mean? If you came up to this bar and you wasn't one of us, you had to be from over north. Like almost everybody was from the north side. And you had to be like a regular. So anyway, and it was certain like for some reason it was like the Crips wasn't allowed in there. I'm just gonna be honest, like wasn't no Crips really in there. Maybe one or two cats that was cool, but it was folks in there. It was folks in there, but wasn't no Crips in there. Wasn't no Crips, and when the Bloods are really like a Southside gang where we live, where I'm from. Now they're over north now because the gang banging is just a lot different. Like I don't even believe a lot of these cats is really Bloods. I feel like they just started listening to niggas like Lil Wayne and then just started claiming blood. And Lil Wayne's not even a blood. The fuck? But anyway, them niggas ain't Bloods, man. But anyway, get out of that. Get. So, we in the bar. Boom. So maybe 3 days before this, my homeboy, I'm just gonna, what my man 16 in life always said, we're just gonna use, we're gonna call him LJ for this story. So my man LJ, just like 2 or 3 days before this night, he was he rapped, you know what I mean? So he had performed at another little bar, I almost broke and ran. He had performed at this other little bar, and just like how that boom. So them fireworks, right? I mean, so boom. That's funny that he just fired off that firework. That guy is similar. That's gonna play a role in this story. So boom. My man LJ, he performed at this venue. So I'm not gonna say the name of the venue and all that, cause I don't know. I just don't want to open up old wounds, and then I gotta fuck somebody up behind some shit that happened fucking 15 years ago. But anywho, so he performed at the venue. So at the venue, he performed a song he had. I think it was called Real Life. But it told the story on how the Shotgun Crips. You see that squirrel girl? That's probably her first time seeing a squirrel out on the leash. But anyway, how the Shotgun Crips and the Vice Lords started beefing. Because when the Crips first came out here, them and the Vice Lords used to be cool. They used to hang out at the same spot, and they was cool. Boom. So in his rap, he told the story on how they started beefing. They started beefing over like a Vice Lord and the Crip was slapboxing, and somehow it got serious. And I think one of them cats, somebody got hit in the head with a 40. Well, I think one of the Crips got hit in the head with a 40. And then he tried to poke the Vice Lord dude, chased him off with a knife. And the Vice Lord brother came right back with a strap. He ain't go far because where they was at, was right off the strip where all the lords hung. So anyway, in the rap, he told that story. Bam. So the Crips didn't like it. So while he performing, I guess one of the lokes that came up to the stage and said something slick. Now, most of these cats, most of the shotguns where I'm from used to be Vice Lords. Like I said, they used to be cool. But when they fell out, the Crips came out with that pack, and a lot of niggas flipped. You know what I mean? Come on. The Lokes came out with that pack, a lot of cats flipped. The shotgun came out with the pack. Boom. Come on. And a lot of them cats flipped. So that's probably why they didn't really like the story and shit. I don't know. But see, quit, girl, quit. We walking, we ain't doing that. So he did the performance. They let him know they wasn't feeling it. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He was a real nigga. He excuse my language, but he was a real one. So he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Whatever we gotta do, we gotta do. So after the concert, they outside. You know what I mean? It's right around the 4th of July. So they're outside. When they come out, all the Crips, it's like they're already outside. Then the Crips come out, they deep. The shotguns used to be deep out in the club. They used to be deep. But anyway, so they deep. They come out the door. The Vice Lord niggas, the Vice Lord dudes is all standing right there. So one of the Lokes walk up to him. He don't say nothing. He just walk up in his face, walk up in LJ's face. We're gonna call him Troy. We're gonna call him Big Troy. So Big Troy walked up in LJ's face. I don't know, I can't remember if he said something or not, but he let off an M80. So, you know, he had already lit it, and as he walked up, he dropped it. Boom! When he did that, LJ up thang and blew him down. You know what I mean? It was just his reflex. He a street dude, you know what I mean? He a real one. Boom. So when he do that, he up thang, he blow him down. Boom, 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 give it to him. Now these cats know each other, man. They both used to be Vice Lords. They know each other. Boom. So anyway, after he blow him down, you know, everybody run and shit. Ooh, it was some other shooting. Everybody dispersed. So now we in the bar, like 2 or 3 days later. So we in the bar. So like, these cats come in. We're gonna call them DP, Casper, Lil B, and a couple other cats. We ain't got to say their name because they ain't do shit. Except for we're gonna call the other one. We got Lil B, Casper. Goddamn it. What did I call the first one? I don't know what I called him. I done forgot. My high kicking in. But anyway, so they come in. When they first come in, the first person that when they come in, they see me. I'm looking for Casper. Casper done shot at my crib. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck? Boom. So I'm looking for him. So when I see him, when I see the first one, I'm like, he like, yeah, there go Casper right there. The first one, I forget what I said I was gonna call him, y'all. Damn. We're gonna call him, we're gonna call him Wild. Let's call him Wild. We're gonna call him Wild. Okay, so when I see Wild, I'm like, you know, what up, Wild? He like, what up, DK? He like, yeah, there go Casper right there, check his ass, ooh, all this. But really, he with Casper. He knowing that it's, me and Casper go way, way back. So when I walk up on him, I'm like, man, what's up with the bullshit? He, all DK, man, my bad, man, I was high, woo, woo. Your cousin that took, because he rapped too. Casper rap, bam. So he like, Casper just got killed about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago. But anyway, Casper rap too, he was cold as hell. So dope as fuck. So he like, my bad, woo, all this, I'm gonna pay for your window, woo, woo, such and such took my demo, man, I was tripping. And I'm like, why the fuck you didn't shoot at such and such crib, man? You know what I mean? You know damn well he don't live there. So anyway, woo, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay for it, woo, all this, all that. I'm like, all right, bet. So as I'm standing there talking to him, Wild come out. He's like, oh, okay, motherfuckers want to pull guns on Wild. Motherfuckers want to put a strap on Wild. All right, it's all good. All right, DK, come on, Cass. Bam. So they walk off. As they walk off to my left, LJ walk up from my right. Hey, what they say? What them niggas say? I'll clap his ass right now. What he say? Woo woo. So I'm like, no, man, you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't tell him what he said. You know, because I didn't want to be in the middle of that shit. So he's like, nah, man, when Casper seen me, he gonna turn around and walk out. Woo woo. So that's when I'm like, no, that's not what happened, because that's not what happened. What happened was when Casper seen me, he turned around and walked out so me and him could holler. You know what I mean? Because we in the bar, it's all loud and shit. So I tell him that. Boom. So we in the bar. Now me and LJ go way back too. My dad fuck with his mom. Right at the time, my dad was fucking with his mom at the time. But my dad used to fuck with his mom when we was little too. So fuck with his mom and got kids by his mom's first cousin. But anyway, or cousin, I don't know if they first cousin. But anyway, my dad was a super player. He used to take us to his other bitch's house, take his kids to his other broad house. That dude was crazy. But anyway, bam. So we in there, we talking. So I end up telling LJ how the whole thing unfolded, right? So we're in there maybe an hour, hour and a half. They come back. Now, when they come back, LJ is on the other side of the bar talking to my little brother. So I'm seeing him, right? Boom, I'm watching. I'm tipsy and shit. I'm just back when I drank. So I'm tipsy. I never was a big drinker, but I'm getting my little drink on. Come on, girl. I'm tipsy. And so LJ over there talking to my brother. And as he's talking to my brother, Wild and them come in. So Wild walk up to him. He walk up behind him and pull out a strap. Boom. He pulled a strap out. He's standing behind him. Bam. But then he tucked the strap back in his pants and he sit down on the stool. It was a stool right behind him. He sit down on the stool. Now, the whole time, I done jumped up. I'm on my way over there to get my little brother. You know what I mean? Boom. Like, I got mad love for motherfucking LJ. I got love for Wild. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with all of them. Boom. So I'm just trying to get my little brother out the midst of that. He's slapped. Boom. So I get him from over there. As I pull him from over there, I move him to the other side of the bar. What, man? What? You know, he calling me by my name. What's Tone? What's going on? Woo, woo. I'm like, man, just come on. Bam. So I get him from over there. Move him to the other side of the bar. Now, I move back and kind of over where they're at. So LJ and Wild, when LJ turn around, when I grab my brother, LJ turn around. He see Wild. Bam. Him and Wild start talking because him and Wild are really cool. They're both vice lords. Wild is actually a vice lord. He just with some Crip dudes because he's also from where I'm from, sometimes we be in these, we got these cliques. You know what I mean? Like, and even sometimes the clique be mixed gang. But if y'all grew up together and y'all from that clique, the clique normally come first or whatever. Not always, but a lot of the time. Bam. At least my clique, we was together before anything else. Boom. So anywho, so they get to talking. Boom, 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 boom. So LJ done put his arm around him. So as they talking, somebody else try to say something to Wild. My man Playboy tried to say something to Wild. But Wild ain't in no playful mood right now. So they almost get into it. But it gets broke up because LJ want to holler at him. He like, nah, fuck that, man. Fuck that shit. Come on. Boom. So they're walking towards the door. The bar we in got 3 doors. So they're walking towards the other front door. There's a front door that you can only go out of. You can't come in it. Boom. So they're walking towards that door. So as they're walking to the door, they got G Money's with Wild. So G Money's a Crip too. Boom. Boom. So G Money's with Wild. So as they're walking towards the door, G Money and Playboy get into it because G Money and Playboy's little cousin, Boo Boo, are like real good friends. And they were just in a car accident, and Boo Boo's like in a coma in the hospital. So Playboy like, man, why the fuck you ain't came to see my cousin, man? You supposed to be his friend, you know, all this. So they get into it. So they're getting into it, like I said, you gotta be from this bar. If you're not from this bar, we gonna call the bar. Fuck it, the bar's the 200. That's the name of the bar. Boy, that's the real name of the bar. Wendy, I see you calling me, baby, but you just gotta wait a second. I told you I was walking. So you gotta be from the 200. So when he gets into it with Playboy is not just a 200er, but he be in there enough. So when that happened, all of a sudden, everybody, it's like 10 people done got a hold of T Money. T Money trying to get out the door. They won't let him out. They all got him snatched up. I'm literally peeling fingers off of T Money. I'm like, man, why y'all want to whoop T Money, man? Let him go. You know what I mean? I like T Money. Me and T Money was real cool. Boom. So, me and all of them was real cool, except for one of them. I never liked him. But everybody else, me, Casper, Wild, G Money, we all real cool. Boom. So Playboy, you know, all of them. So anyway, I'm peeling the fingers off him. Boom, I get him loose. I get him out the door. As soon as he go out the door, he's not out the door 12 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. So what happened outside is, I know this because my homie was standing right there. So when LJ and Wild go outside, get out of that. When LJ and Wild go outside, Casper's out there. So Casper's like, oh, you killed Cuz, woo, all this, all that. You killed Big Troy. Come on. So LJ up that thing like, man, you don't speak on what I did, nigga, all this, all that. Come on. You wasn't saying that when they was pressing you and you was calling me to help you and shit. Wendy, I'm on my way, bitch. I just told you, excuse my language, y'all. But I got somebody calling the shit out of me even though I told them I'm walking. So anyway, you know, you wasn't saying that when I helped you out, you know, when they was pressing you, you know what I mean? Yada, yada, yada. So boom, so when he do that, then he put the thing back. When he put the thing back, Lil B snatched the strap off of one of the other cat's waist, run up on LJ and give it to him right in his chest. Boom. So LJ tried to up his thing, tried to turn and run, get some space and up his thing, but he was too close to him. He gave it to him. Boom. My homie tried to grab him, but he put the burner on my homie and pulled the trigger, but he was out of bullets. And his homies was finna leave him. That damn near pulled off. But yeah, that's how my homie lost his life, man. In hindsight, not even in hindsight, I told him that night, you shouldn't be up here, man. You know what I mean? Like, you just did that. You should be in the cut somewhere. But he wasn't, man. We ended up picking him up the very next day, walking down the street. You know what I mean? Like, we picked him up the next day. He was at my crib for the whole next day and shit. But yeah, man, this shit's about 15, 20 years old. And LJ's dead. Lil B is doing life for a different murder. Casper's dead. Of course, Big Troy is dead. He died that first night. So that's fucked up, man. And Big Troy, me and Big Troy was real cool too. Even though he a shotgun, me and him was real cool. We go back, you know what I mean? But let me call this person back.